Hello, this is Gemma Rain Fountain, and welcome to the MINCE, where we talk about all things motivation, movement, inspiration, nutrition, community, and empowerment as it pertains to your health. Thanks for listening. Let's dive into this episode.
Hi. Gemma Rain Fountain here, exercise physiologist, integrative nutrition health coach, author, and speaker. And today we're going to discuss part 2 in my Behind the Book series. So a few years ago, I wrote a book called The Elephant in the Room, How to Overcome Your Psychological Barriers to Weight Loss Success. But this series is about the stories behind my book. The trials, the tribulations, the tears, the laughter, and the miracles that created this book and got it to be published. So if you missed part 1, please click in the link below to go back to listen to why I wrote my book. But if you're all caught up, let's dive right into part 2, when I wrote my book. Now, a few years ago, I wrote my book, like I said, The Elephant in the Room, How to Overcome Your Psychological Barriers to Weight Loss Success. And it's about the mental blocks to weight loss. While it is available in print on Amazon, I would like to gift it to you for free in PDF form. So if you would like to receive my book for free, find the link below, click on that, fill out the form, and I will send you the PDF of my book as a gift for free. So thank you for that. So today I'd like to share the story behind the book. This is part 2 of the story behind The Elephant in the Room, titled When I Wrote My Book. I started writing the book when I was pregnant with my first child. It was 2012. I was 35 years young, and I was living in Morgantown, West Virginia, with my then boyfriend, Eric, who's now my husband. It took 3 years, but after getting married, moving states, buying a home, losing our husband's best friend to cancer, and having a second child, I finally completed the book and was ready to self-publish. In early 2015, I started what I thought would be the quick process of loading my book up onto the CreateSpace platform, which no longer exists. It's an Amazon self-publishing system. I thought that would be quick and easy, but I discovered real fast that there was nothing quick or easy about that process. The self-publishing system was a challenge, and that's putting it mildly for me. I recall spending hours one day in the print design system trying to get the page numbers to show up on the bottom of each page. I could not for the life of me get the right numbers on the right page. Either number 1 appeared on page 3 or number 3 appeared on page 1. And I was getting more and more frustrated by the second. So I did what anyone at that time did. I turned to Facebook and to vent, and I posted on my profile about how frustrating it was. I posted about my trials and tribulations on my personal Facebook page, often in the process of trying to self-publish. Now, in June of that year, it was my 20-year high school reunion, and we were celebrating with a weekend full of events, including a formal dinner on a Saturday night. And even though I was Facebook friends with pretty much everybody who was attending, I was really excited to actually spend time with them in person. And it was that night, at the Saturday night formal dinner for my reunion, it was that night that the universe began to take over and my book started to slowly slip out of my hands and become a being all of its own. And my faith in the divine was solidified for life. If you want to keep reading and find out all about that and the divine and how it intervened in the publishing of my book, then you have to listen to part 3 of the Beyond the Book series. So click the link below and find part 3 of the Beyond the Book series. Don't forget to click the link if you would like to receive my book for free. I'm gifting it to you. Happy reading, enjoy, and I'll see you in part 3.